You love your dog. You feed them, walk them, talk to them like a family member. But have you ever stopped to wonder, in that love, might you inadvertently be missing the most important things your dog truly needs from you? Picture this: on a calm afternoon, your dog sits quietly by the window, eyes gazing into the distance, tail softly swaying, then stills. It's not waiting for food nor for a toy. It's waiting for something else, something money can't buy. A simple gift, but the greatest in a dog's life: your wholehearted presence. We often think love for a pet is measured by what we give: a tasty meal, a soft bed, new toys. But for a dog, love is measured by time, by the gaze, by undivided attention. Each look, each gentle word, each moment you truly make yourself present, that is the language of love dogs understand most deeply. It's easy to miss this. Amid everyday busyness, messages, unanswered back-to-back work calls, we forget the eyes that watch us. A little being still waiting for us to return, just to feel my human is still here, still loves me. And that is why you need to watch this video to the end. Because today, we will explore the things your dog has always hoped you'd do throughout its lifetime. Actions that seem simple but determine their happiness, trust, and the bond between you two. When you hear the seventh action, perhaps you'll look at your dog with new eyes, kinder, deeper, more grateful for the silent love it gives you each day. So might you be inadvertently missing what matters most, what your dog needs from you? Let's discover before one day those eyes look at you for the last time, still full of love, and you just hadn't yet given them all. 1. Give your dog undivided attention. There's something many of us fail to see. Sometimes what a dog needs most from us isn't food, not a toy, but simply our full presence in their world. When was the last time you truly looked into your dog's eyes? Not a glance while feeding or walking, but a genuine look where you stop, put down your phone, don't think about work, just you and them. To a dog, that moment is more precious than any gift, because when you look at them with full attention, they feel I matter. I am loved. Dogs live fully in the present. They don't worry about tomorrow or dwell on the past, but they sense very clearly when their owner isn't there in that moment. When you pet them while watching your screen or reply to them with a detached tone, that little heart understands that you're somewhere else, not beside them. For a dog, 10 minutes of you truly present is worth more than hours together while your mind is elsewhere. It might be just minutes sitting side by side, your hand resting lightly on them, hearing their breathing, feeling the warmth of their fur. Or an evening watching sunset together where you don't need to speak, just be there. When you truly show up, you tell your dog, you are part of my world. And that makes them calmer, happier, and trust you exponentially more. Conversely, if days pass in haste, your footsteps recede and they still wait for your gaze, that quiet loneliness gradually carves itself into their little hearts. Try to carve out those full moments every day. Set your phone aside, lean down to them, look into their eyes and smile. Because sometimes all a dog needs to feel happy is to know you see them. Don't let a day come when you finally want to stop and look, only to realize that those eyes are no longer there. Because a dog's love for you, always waiting, always loyal, only needs you to come back. They'll forgive immediately, as if no gap ever existed. Chateau Tiaburnit. 2. Let your dog explore the world. Your dog's life revolves around you and around the world you let them see. Every street you choose, every place you pause, becomes its entire universe viewed through small eyes. So one of the most wonderful gifts you can give your dog is not just good food, but the chance to expand their world a little every day. Recall the last time you took your dog walking. Did you follow the same route as usual? Turn left at that corner, pause at that tree, then head back. For you, it's routine. For them, it's a wall, repeated day after day. Dogs are born to explore, to smell, to listen, to see with all their senses. When you only ever walk them along the same scenery, you're inadvertently narrowing their greatest joy, curiosity. Try changing it up. A new street, a different park, a morning walk instead of evening. You'll see the magic ears, perk noses, sniff furiously. Paws bounce with excitement. Every leaf, every breeze, every fresh scent makes them come alive. What may feel routine to you is an adventure to them. Sometimes don't lead, let them guide you. Walk at the pace of their nose's interest. You'll be astonished at how your dog might show you things you never noticed: the scent of earth after rain, rustle in the foliage, dappled sunlight shining on fur like golden honey. When you allow your dog to explore, you tell them, "I trust you." And the trust becomes the invisible but strongest bond between human and dog, because every step, every glance back at you carries this small joy. My human is still here, walking with me, not leaving me behind. Don't let their life shrink to four walls and a few familiar routes. Make each day a journey, not necessarily far, just different. A new path can change their mood for the whole day. A stroll filled with your laughter can become a memory they carry for life. Because for a dog, the simplest happiness is walking beside the one they love, given freedom to see the world. 3. Care for health as a promise. Maybe you've never thought about it, but for a dog, each time you brush their fur, clean their ears, or check their paws, it's a moment when you speak a promise: "I will protect you." Dogs cannot express pain in words. They can't say, "I'm tired" or "this hurts." Instead, they fall silent. They subtly change routines, run less, eat slower, avoid touches. And unless you're sensitive, those signs can vanish without notice. But deep inside, they still hope that you, the one they trust most, will see the pain they can't speak. Caring for their health isn't just duty, it's an act of love. It's the small things you do: daily proper bathing, trimming nails, grooming, dental care, keeping them warm, allowing rest when they are weary. Each small act sends a message: I'm here, I'm noticing, I care. Don't wait until your dog stops eating or retreats quietly before you worry. Develop the habit of observing tiny behavior changes: that limp, that dull coat, slower steps. Often the smallest difference is their silent plea. And don't forget caring for their spirit too. A healthy dog isn't just one with glossy fur or a sprightly gait. It's one with a bright eye, a wagging tail, and peaceful sleep. Their health is the result of trust, love, and the peace you bring them every day. When you bring them to the vet, don't just see it as an appointment. See it as a commitment: I will walk with you to the end in every moment. Because true love is not only cuddles and play, but caring when they are weak, shielding them when they are hurt. Dogs never ask you to be perfect. They only need you to try to notice, to care, to act with love in small daily ways. And in the end, when they lie peacefully beside you, eyelids gently closing, you will know every grooming touch, every check, every gentle care was not in vain. Because to them, those acts were not mere duty, but proof of love kept like a promise. 4. Speak the language of the heart. Have you noticed that your dog understands you more than you think? They don't need to hear "I love you" to know you love them. They feel that love in your gaze, your tone when you call their name, your every breath saturated with sincerity. Dogs don't listen with ears, they listen with hearts. They don't grasp every word you utter, but they understand the energy behind it. When you speak softly, their eyes brighten, tail wags, body relaxes like they are smiling. But if your tone becomes sharp, breath hasty, gaze tense, they shrink inward. Not out of fear, but because their little heart does not understand why the one they love has become so distant. Communicating with a dog is not just speak. They understand, they obey. It's an emotional connection. When you gently say "good boy" or "come here," what delights them is not the praise itself, but the warm melody in your voice. They recognize that gentleness, like familiar music, making their world safer and richer in affection. So speak to your dog daily, not just with words, but with how you look, how you touch, how you are present. A soft voice when they are afraid, a smile when they glance at you, or simply inhaling slowly when they come near. These are the heart's language that dogs understand better than anyone else. Even more importantly, let your voice be the safest sound they know. When you call their name softly, when you whisper, "It's okay," that little heart instantly calms. Because to them, you are the sound of safety, the beat of home. Never use harsh words or sharp tones to discipline. You may make them obey, but what you risk losing is trust. Once that little heart is cracked by the voice of one they trust, it's long to rebuild. And love, once wounded by the tone of the one they believe in, leaves an invisible fracture. Speak to your dog with gentleness, patience, sincerity. Your voice is the bridge between two souls of different kinds, the way your heart and theirs meet, even when words aren't enough. And if one day you don't know what to say, Simply look at them, smile, let your eyes speak it all, because sometimes love needs no words, only to be felt. 5. Give them a place to belong. To you, home is the place to return after a long day. But to your dog, you are that home. Not walls, not a soft bed or a food bowl, but your warmth, your voice, your heartbeat. When you're there, they feel safe. When you're gone, their world feels hollow. A dog doesn't long for luxury. They only need the certainty that you will always be there, that no matter what the day holds at dusk, they can rest their head on your lap, close their eyes in comfort. That stability, something we often take for granted, is the foundation of a dog's happiness. They sense every fluctuation in your life, your busyness, your fatigue, your worry. And though they may not understand fully, they quietly come close, rest their head on you, or lie beside you as if to say, "I'm still here." That is not instinct. It's the purest connection of two hearts. One side silent, the other unsure, both bridging the space with presence. Create for them a space of belonging, a familiar blanket, a corner with your scent, a spot where they can retreat and feel safe. Don't ever push them away just because of your mood. In that moment, you're not just pushing them out of a room, but out of the feeling of safety they thought you guarded. Maintain routines, feeding times, walks, morning greetings, the hand on their head before bed. These things seem small, but it's their repetition that weaves a safe world in which your dog feels, "I have a place. I am not forgotten." And then when you come home, hearing paws scurry, tail wag, uncontrollably bright eyes, that is pure joy. Because for a dog, every return, even the 1,000th, still feels like a miracle. Don't let the home in their heart grow cold. Because your dog's love doesn't demand much, it just needs to know you will always come back. 6. Let the dog lead. Usually we see human holding, leash dog following. But sometimes for a few precious moments of a walk, try to reverse that. Let your dog lead you. It sounds simple, but to a dog it's a rare taste of freedom in a world of leashes, rules, commands. When you loosen that leash, let them decide direction, pace, where to sniff or pause. You tell them, "I trust you." And in those minutes, you'll see your dog change, brighter, more eager, full of life. Tail wagging wildly, feet, quick eyes shining like a child allowed to roam. Each sniff, each glance back at you seems to ask, "Can we go here?" And you nod and they leap. Dogs are born to be curious. They don't need extravagance, just the freedom to be alive. A new corner, a path less traveled to them, that's a story, a great joy. And when you walk beside them, letting them guide, you'll see life differently, slower, gentler, trusting. You're no longer owner and pet, but two souls journeying in one rhythm. So occasionally, let your dog lead the way. Let them teach you how to see the world with innocence, to inhale joy, to walk simply. You'll find that in their bright eyes there's freedom you forgot you had. And when they stop and look back, tail wagging gently as if to ask, "Shall we go on?" smile and answer with your eyes, "Let's go, my friend." Because to a dog, walking with you any direction is the greatest adventure. 7. Vary the journey every day. Have you noticed your dog never tires of walking? Be it morning or dusk, at the mere sound of the leash, their eyes brighten, body pulses with excitement. But for them, the joy isn't just being outside, it's discovering. Humans seek new things to refresh emotions, a new cafe, a trip, a fresh read. Dogs, a different street, a new grassy patch, an unfamiliar scent, that's enough to enchant them for a day. They live through smell, through ears, through curious hearts. Each small turn, each new direction can open enormous joy. Yet many of us walk our dogs along the same route day after day. Same street, same corners, same tree. For you, it's convenience. For them, it's a shrinking world gradually narrowing. Try changing a little turn, a different corner. Go past those extra houses or go opposite your usual path. You'll see your dog revive, nose-sniffing steps, lighter eyes, eager with curiosity and joy. A fresh current of energy flows, making them feel as if they've unlocked another joy in their world. And as you explore with them, the bond between you deepens. Because every new discovery isn't just about the dog seeing the world, it's you seeing them. You'll catch them pausing at a flower, inhaling each leaf, then looking at you as if saying, Look, this is wonderful. In that moment, you're not leading, you're walking with. Don't fear going slightly out of your comfort, because for a dog, each day is new only when something changes. Each path, every scent becomes a story, a memory. And when they look at you in that excitement, you'll realize they don't need a vast world. They just need you to let their world grow a bit more every day. And maybe in that journey, you'll find the small joys you once lost, the joy of gazing at the world anew as your happy dog guides you through life. By now, you may have realized something. The love a dog gives you doesn't need teaching, and their loyalty needs no demand. They just need to be understood through action, through presence, through heart. 15 little acts, when woven together, become the entire world. Of a dog being seen, walking with you, listened to, cared for, and most importantly, belonging to you. Dogs don't measure time like humans. They don't wait for special occasions. For them, every day beside you is a day of happiness. Every gentle pat, every soft word, every time you come home is a precious gift their small hearts never forget. They won't be by your side forever. Their lifespan is shorter, but the love they give is longer than any measure of time. So let every day together become a treasured memory. Don't wait until those eyes dim to realize that what they needed most was never a thing but you. If you're reading this now somewhere, your dog is lying quietly, listening to your breath, waiting for a look, a touch, just to know you still care. So, don't make them wait any longer. Stand up, step close, touch them, and whisper a love, even simply, "I'm here. I love you." Because sometimes that alone is all it takes to make their small world peaceful.